he's been working on it for us. We're back, folks. Sorry. Yeah, he's been working on doing that and getting the pricing and getting quotes and stuff. Let me check and see if he's been sending a lot of different ones over because there's two different programs that do it.
Well, for tonight, we don't have to do anything other than say, yeah, we think it's a good idea.
This is a policy, yeah. This isn't locking you into doing any software.
No, but so, all right.
Basically saying we'll look at it.
And what's wrong with our cash receipts policy?
We don't have,
We don't have one?
it's not directed.
Okay, I'm gonna see where that's from.
Part of the idea of potentially going to electronic payments for a transfer station would be taken with cash. Eventually.
That would be,
Convenience too, right? Some people are never going to respond to it.
they have a phone down there, right?
I don't know. You know, on the toilet, yeah. Oh, my God.
So that means they have a landline or something, so they can have internet down there, so they can have a card scanner.
Right, and that's one of the things we're actually looking at getting for them. Also, one of the things John spoke about is getting a computer for them, a microcomputer. We discussed it as well.
Yeah.
I know you got a quote from Worldwide, and that quote is astronomical, so no.
That's what I thought.
I can get a better, smaller system for that, something like that, because they don't need a full system, they don't need a laptop. Like John said, he'd prefer to get a smaller thing and then possibly an iPad or something later.
Yeah, they need like an Acer.
Yeah, they just need a small, tiny little.
We really want them to start doing their own record keeping.
That's
Janet used to do it, and then I got an email, nasty grant from the state saying, you know, this reporting, I've never heard of that. And we put everything together and made the report, but the goal would be to have them have electronic and better record keeping there, so when they hand off
Well, even if they do
the money to
their,
our office, it's easier for us to track it too.
even if they do their record keeping on a marginal basis, at least they've done 80% of it, and you just have to fix it.
But they, you know, it's one of those things. I found a couple of micro systems that would be perfect for them for $250.
Yeah.
And then they have plenty of monitors down there.
Yeah, it's not like they can't find a monitor.
And a keyboard and mouse is $5.
Justin doesn't want to buy anything. He's like, we can get that here.
Well, he's not joking. The system that he's having to look at that's from there, I could literally probably wipe it and it would work perfect for them, but it's a giant.
Like when I was over there the other day, he literally had a locked drawer full of cash. That's why we need this.
I agree with that. I don't think that's a good idea.
And I talked to him, and you know, we're trying to get them on more often. Like every week, no matter what, you have to come and drop it off. You can't wait a month. You can't.
Well, and that falls under the. I think there's state rules on it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't have so much money
Right,
taken
yeah.
to the town clerks.
Right, they can't have more than $1,500,
Yeah.
which is why you can't pay your taxes in cash.
So we need a motion for a cash receipts policy.
So moved.
Second.
All right. Any further discussion on this? No. So we are going to have to. So I am going to say that we do need some more discussion on this, just off of paragraph 3 on the main page. We can't really enforce rules that are already put on them from the state side. So if you look down, it says the deposit will then be turned over to the town clerk tax collector, his or her deputy, and signed in by them, and the amount, the depositor shall keep the copy. We have to ask if they approve that. But I don't see why not. We already do that, right?
Yeah. Basically, what happens is Justin will bring the cash to our office, which she does now, and then from us it will go with Chrissy's deposits. Not really on her to do it, it's kind of being bundled in the same bag together that the police delivers.
Right.
I did give Chrissy a copy, I gotta make sure she was okay with it. Basically it says the money's gonna come to us, and then we can buy it. You do want to make sure.
Just make sure everyone's here. anything else you guys see would be
Whole beef is good.
so I know the rec can have one breakfast. So the rec can need some of these totals, one breakfast.
Yeah, I mean, this is impressive. We can table if you want to proceed. So she doesn't even know what she's doing.
So, yeah, let's table this.
Let's pull it up for next meeting,
Yeah.
What's that?
this one. We'll read through it and see if there's anything that needs to be.
Yeah, there's some things.
So,
Do we want to adopt the audit as submitted?
feedback on the.
So, he's gonna pull his motion back.
Okay, I'll read through myself.
Okay. So we will leave that though, so lots of homework for you guys today. Oh wait, I'm part of this. Dang it, I got homework too.
Well, so are we not going to vote to accept the audit?
If you wanna make a motion, you can. These were just, we were just going through the stuff that,
Yeah.
we need to do first,
So-
which I think we just need to read through all of them.
The new plans, yeah. So I move that we adopt the audit as submitted for the December 31, for the fiscal year ended December 31, 2021.
I'll second.
All right, any further discussion on that? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Yay, now they get to start 22, which should be a lot faster.
Okay. Yeah.
So this one we will partially take up in non-public later, but for the gist of it,
Which one, the credit card policy?
no, let's work down here with this.
Oh, okay, yep.
So, John has asked us to no longer allow volunteers down at the transfer station.
We never should have.
That I agree 100% because if they get hurt, it's a liability on the town.
So, well, there's more to it than that, but we'll leave it at that because that's the best case scenario for us.
Right.
I move that, I would make a motion a motion regarding the transfer station that has two parts to it. The first is that no one should be working or volunteering at the transfer station who is not a public employee, number one. And then maybe this is better as a second motion, I'll let you decide. Number two, the waiver of fees at the dump can only be done by application to the Board of Selectmen prior to property being dropped off. We had an incident there where there was a lady who insisted that she had.
Yes, and we need to talk about that in non-public.
Well, right, I'll make a motion here to
Right.
deal with. There may be issues where we would do that, but you would need to make applications at this board prior to arriving there with a household full of furniture.
I will second both those motions.
All right. I think it has to be separate motions, so we'll deal with the first one first. All those in favor of
No volunteers.
no volunteers down at the transfer station?
Aye.
All right, now the second motion, all those in favor of requiring those for waivers, fee waivers to come to the Board of Selectmen first?
Yeah. Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
All in favor?
All in favor, thank you.
Okay.
I said all in favor. That's right, that's no all night. All right, so then we'll take up this other part in non-public. Next up is the computer for the water, or down at the transfer station. I love our friends at Worldwide, but that's an astronomical price. I can get a lot cheaper, and I'll reach out to Worldwide with Jeremy on copy and say, what if we get them one, we'll kind of do the same thing water and sewer did, but except it'll be a brand new computer, not a used one.
Probably do
And then we'll get them a system, because it's not, they just have to make you get on the network and lock it down. Easy for them to do. They'll charge us for a come out fee and go from there. When I do find one, I'll bring it to the board's attention, and then I'll make sure John approves, and then I'll get your S approval to purchase it. Is that okay, Dick?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Historic Society check request.
I move that we approve the Historical Society check request, amount of $262.50.
I'll second.
Be paid out of the Troy Historical Society checking account, all of which is money they've raised through fundraising.
All right.
By the way, I don't know if we have eyes on to verify how much money's in this account, but we approve all these. I think we gotta make sure, like at least Sarah has access to this account.
She does. I know that I'm very sure she does.
I think this comes out of Service Credit Union.
It does.
I don't think she has access to this one, so.
They said
Can we just verify that,
Yeah.
make sure she has access to verify?
something
No, I see that.
Yeah.
that. That's why we do this.
Yeah.
Well, the treasurer must. Would have been
I think they get their own statements and it's kind of a process.
I just wanna make sure that Sarah's the one writing the check and then the treasurer signs off or we sign off.
Yeah, well.
We wanna make sure that there's actually money in that account before we,
No, I agree with that.
and, Sarah mentioned it to me, I asked her the other day, and she says, I don't even know if there's any money in that account, so we just wanna verify,
Yep.
that at least have Sarah.
Because I asked them what would be fit to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
Sarah
let's
will,
modify the motion. We're approving the check subject to verifying that there's money in the account.
I'll second.
all right. I'm gonna also say we modify that and make sure that Sarah can get access to be able to check this account, to make sure ahead of time. So we don't have to have her check every single time when she sees it, she can check it.
Yeah.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. More work for Sarah. Sorry, Sarah.
They order the statements.
Because we're the ones that approve the check, we really need to know if there's money in the account.
I think it is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't need access to it. Sarah writing the check.
Next, we've got a driveway permit.
John has approved it.
That's what I was looking for. I was trying to read where.
Back up.
There it is, okay.
That's what that mark is.
Special my signature at times. Across from something.
It's across from 69.
25 feet, out, hold, something, okay?
John already signed off on it, so I'll make a motion to approve the,
Yep, second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right,
You want to come back to that under non-public later?
yes. So we'll take those into non-public. Let me write it too. I've also got some other things for non-public with that same subject. So we're jumping on to number,
5A.
yeah, just old business, any updates on that from you?
Yes, I'm waiting for a revised bid.
Okay.
And I believe we're going to wind up going with, I think the bid will be lower, but I don't have it in writing yet, from Goulet.
Okay. Sounds good. So we're getting a revised amount. Perfect. So municipal records committee retention policy. So our lovely town clerk and tax collectors went through a beautiful class. There's a whole binder on it that I have to read through.
Oh, good.
There are rules that they must be elected officials on the boards. No one else can be on there except elected officials or heads of departments and other things like that. So it's kind of a fun little read. I will read through this and give you an update.
It has nice color tabs and stuff.
It does. The person who taught the class said that take one to your board of selectmen since you guys don't have a policy.
Anyway, so here you go.
Yeah, I wasn't too happy when I was like, oh, I get more homework, yay. So I will give you guys an update on that at the next meeting, where we're at and all that, and recommendations, because they also have recommendations on who they would put
I
in.
have it on good authority that it has to be, that tax collector town clerk must be on it,
Yep,
and the board of selectmen must be on it.
yep, and then a treasurer has to be on it. And then past that, you can have people as advisors,
Board, okay.
but then the other part has, there's some department heads would be recommended as well, who have to deal with
Like
some of
the
the
police,
records.
police
Yes.
records, these should be on
So it's been, with just a little bit I looked into it, I'm like, oh yay. I would have read through it this week, but
there. It's been busy.
yeah, work budgets.
All right, I move that we approve manifest from 8/4, the amount of $21,908.53. Manifest, a payroll manifest, that was a payroll manifest. The payroll manifest on 8/11, the amount of $21,970.39. A total of $43,815.92.
One second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I move that we approve the accounts payable from 8/5 in the amount of $200, 8/8 in the amount of $16,316.94, 8/12 in the amount of $1,473.13, and 8/15 in the amount of $193,217.20, which I'm going to take a wild guess includes, payments to Monadnock Regional School Board, amount of $182,696.09.
One second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Probably not too many payments we make that are more than that.
Till we get the county payment.
Yeah, that one will be fine.
I move that we approve the Board of Selectmen minutes, non-public, public rather, from 8/1 as submitted.
One second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I move that we approve the Board of Selectmen non-public meeting minutes from 8/1 as submitted.
One second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Right.
Board correspondence.
So NHMA sent out that course, I don't know if you guys are all familiar or not, but it's a multi-course series coming on, if you're interested in it at the top. So
Can we send other people to this who need to learn?
well, it says elected officials, so I think you have to get some sort of,
That's what I mean. We have plenty of elected officials who
you have the
really,
authority to force them, sure. If not,
who
you can
really
ask
could
them.
use this course. Well, that's virtual too, that's good. Do we have a cost on how much it's gonna be?
I was thinking it was free.
I think it's free.
Trying to read through it and see, because I'll take all of them again. Ooh, that last one will be a good one. And there looks like they're in September through October.
I can tell you, I'm not available.
No, but as long as one of us takes it, I don't see a problem. I think I will see about signing up. We did get the accesses fixed. I don't know if you were gonna go over that, Jeremy, did I steal your thunder? Did I steal your thunder? Okay, we got the accesses fixed for New Hampshire Municipal Association, for classes and courses, so hopefully those who need to take classes can take them fully.
Yeah, this is only for elected officials.
Okay,
'Cause otherwise, I think it'd be interesting
so then now on to the administrative code report.
So I included in your packet, I just started to think ahead a little bit and make a list of items that we want to change in the budget process, or things that we need to remember to focus on in terms of changing numbers or moving money in accounts or whatever. And then the other thing was the warrant articles, ideas that come up during the year that I know now if I don't put it to paper, I'm going to forget about it or whatever. But so I started a list for that too. I'm actually probably ended it since I put it in there, but the first one is the elderly exemption, and that was on the list when I took over for Mary and fell into the cracks. So that was my fault, but feel free at any time if anybody has anything that comes to mind that comes up during the year or whatever. I mean, add it to the list. I know we talked about some roads maybe making town roads and whatnot. So.
Good.
So the budget 2025 stuff, just make sure if it's like in someone else's budget,
Yeah.
we work with them just to make sure they,
Yeah.
you know, we're trying to help them help themselves with this budget process, because it's a pain in the rump no matter which side you're on, your side, our side, their side. It's
Yeah.
not fun.
Just the stuff with the firewall, I sent it to Mark and said, oh, what about this? And Sarah's like, well, we should be in the line, we haven't yet, so that's one of the items.
Alright, and then just on number 6, the last part, the GIS upgrade, that's the
Maps.
and check and see with John and see if the ones he's looking at is part of that same umbrella.
Yeah, I know in the state you can get some of that stuff done for free or really cheap.
Right. And then other stuff they like to charge you. Everyone wants to make money. Alright. And then B is
And then, so for the financial software we use in town, both Sarah and I have the idea, we'd like to go out and see what the other options are, which the best bet would be to put it out as an RFP.
Other than BMSI?
So BMSI used to be a New Hampshire-owned company. If you've ever seen it, it looks really old. They got bought out.
I have.
Yeah, they got bought out years ago by another company. They switched our payroll to the cloud. Eventually, they want us to switch fund accounting to the cloud. Yet they won't give us a price. It's ancient. We don't know what their direction's going to be. There's other options out there.
Well,
So we thought, so go out and see what there is, but I have a feeling it's going to cost a lot. So
well, here's a couple of things. Number one, when the last time this came up, the board of selectmen said, oh, well, we'll just do QuickBooks. And QuickBooks doesn't, so you need something that specifically conforms to NHDRA protocols. Because the tens of thousands of dollars that it costs us to not do that, at the same time, the tax collector's office was running off of BMSI, and the water and sewer department was running off of BMSI. So if we were having a conversation about everybody on one page, because it's really one system and one business, I agree with that. But to just say, well, screw it,
Same mistake again.
you know, let's find a new and interesting mistake.
no.
And
The idea here is to put it out to RFP and then see what we get.
well, you're not going to get anything. You're not going to get responses to an RFP. You're going to have to search out programs.
Right.
And most programs now, most accounting software is all in the cloud. You can download it. You can download copies of what you're doing onto your hard drive, but you're not going to get that. They're not going to give you their program to load onto your hard drive, and then you work it that way. I don't like it, but I'm definitely not in charge of that.
The idea was like to do informational gathering, and then obviously if we were to switch, it wouldn't be cheap, and that would be a 2025 budget plan. So our idea is to go out, explore, see what we got, and then come back and.
I have no problem with you guys exploring, but
No, I
make
think
sure
that's really good.
we get them involved
Oh yeah,
and the water sewer, get everyone, because if we're gonna switch the whole,
But we got, and you got to talk to water and sewer,
Yeah.
because we all need to make the conversion.
we need to all jump off the bridge at the same time.
Hold hands.
Right.
Because
Yes.
we don't want any more flu bugs that we've had with, we switch one thing and
Well,
there.
we didn't have bugs, we had a catastrophe.
I was trying to be nice.
No, there's nothing nice about what happened.
A hornet's nest.
No, it was worse than that, Jeremy.
All right.
So BMSI wants us to convert the fund accounting over, but yet they won't give us the price.
Well,
That's about how it goes.
that doesn't make sense.
No. He tried, Sarah asked the same thing, he called me, and I said, what's the price? He said, we'll call me.
Okay,
He's on
so
vacation.
we need to go under non-public under
Probably a couple of them, we need to go there for.
these ones, this that was handed to me today. I'll let you read that one. This one's already in your packet. I think that has to go to non-public, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Release, yeah, okay.
So let's do, this is reputation.
Okay.
So let's go on, let's start with that.
Off the record, I think, there was
Well,
some issues.
what
that-
are these guys here for?
Well, he's here to record the system and he wanted to watch the meeting.
Oh, okay.
Mike, are you here for something specific?
Well, it was just, it was, I think, one of them,
Does it need to go non-public or is it public?
I would rather do it now,
Okay, well, what's it?
because it's just issues with the mill, and we discussed some changes to the signature page for, inspections of foundations and everything. I just did a service check for Courtney, Davis over here on Quarry Road. I looked at his service before the electric company's gonna come in and hook up his power, so I wanna make sure that he had a sand in place and his ribbon and all that stuff there, but I also looked at the structure and it's not what it originally was, it's not originally what it was supposed to be.
Okay, so let's go non-public under
Reputation.
reputation.
So this
So,
one.
All right,
Just want some
we're
clarity.
going to non-public under RSA 91A3, Roman numeral 2. C, matters which if discussed in public would likely affect adversely the reputation of any person other than a member of this board, unless such person requests an open meeting. This exemption shall extend to include any application for assistance or tax abatement or waiver of a fee, fine, or other levy based on inability to pay for poverty of the applicants. That covers at least two of what we have to do.
yes.
I'll second.
Roll call vote, Curtis?
Yes.
Dick?
Yeah.